Hey YouTube fam, this video is a request from a viewer. She asked me whether I could make a video on tips for applying to ultrasound school for high schoolers. However, this video is applicable to people who are wanting a new career path or who've already completed college and want to go to ultrasound school. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that the ultrasound program is accredited. Because when you go to seek employment after you graduate, that's one of the things that your employer is going to look for, and it's very important that your program is accredited. You also want to determine what type of degree you want. A lot of ultrasound programs are associate's degrees, but there are also some programs that offer a bachelor's degree. So how long do you want to be in school? How much money do you have to pay for your program? Those are things that you want to consider when talking about a type of degree, but I can go into types of degrees in another video if you'd like. So ultrasound programs are both selective and competitive. Selective meaning there are prerequisites and eligibility requirements that you have to satisfy in order to be admitted or considered for the program. So check your program of interest's admissions requirements. Some or many programs require college level courses, for example, courses in anatomy and physics. So you want to see how many credits you need of those courses, and then also what grade you need in order to be eligible. Most programs, I want to say you need a C or better, but double check that. Make sure they're not requiring a different grade in order for you to be eligible to apply to the program. Some programs also want you to take an entrance exam, or other sorts of skills or placement tests. So for my program, I took the ACT, which is a common college entrance exam, and I had to score a certain score on that exam in order to even be considered. And they ranked us based on they ranked their applicants based on their ACT scores. So definitely check that. Other tests that you might be asked to take, there's one called the Test of Essential Academic Skills, the Allied Health Test, or TEAS. So just make sure you know what score is required for consideration and what tools you need in order to succeed on those exams. Also make a plan so that you can start in the term that you want to start in. So if you're desiring to start in the fall of 2021, for example, make sure you know when you need to have your prereqs and your application materials submitted in order that you can begin in the desired term. The next thing you need to know about these programs is that they are competitive, meaning that you've got a large applicant pool and a small class size. Now, I don't know how many people applied to my program, but I do know that 16 of us were admitted. It's an associate's degree that we are finishing up next week, actually. But yeah, small class size. So apply to more than one school if you're able to. I didn't because I knew I did not want to move, and this was really the only program where I live that offers ultrasound. So also in your application, do the maximum, not the minimum, because these are competitive programs. So if they ask you to write an optional personal statement, just go ahead and write that personal statement. If there's an optional resume, go ahead and do the resume. Highlight some of relevant experiences that you have in healthcare or other things that might tie into ultrasound, and really just set your application apart from other applications. And then if your program requires letters of recommendation, choose who you ask for those letters wisely. So you want people who can attest to your academic ability and performance, specifically science accountancy courses, health-related courses, and then if you're needing a professional letter of recommendation, talk to an employer or someone who can talk about how you are in the workplace. And lastly, do your research on your programs. Does it require an interview? Are you ready for that interview? Do you need a certain number of clinical hours before they'll consider you? So these are my tips for applying to ultrasound programs. If you have a specific question about anything that I've covered, or if you want me to elaborate on anything, please drop me a comment, give this video a like, and I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.